I wrote a dystopian thriller called Scabbers, and it's about a fascist government and fascist corporation that join together. They make this biometric chip. It tracks everything that you do, and so they know everything that you eat, and they know everything that you watch, and everything that you read, because all electronics also end up being tied to the chip. And it also records everything you say, so they know everyone who you associate with. And there's also a social credit score that affects the things that you're able to purchase and where you're able to live. And so all this is tied together, and basically they're able to control all of society through it. But then I found out there's a downside to writing a thriller when there's a lot of mystery and suspense. It's a lot harder to promote because you just can't go and tell people all these little details about the book, because, well, you're going to spoil things, and then it won't be as interesting or as fun. So I thought I would go and I would solve another mystery then. I'm a huge Metal Gear fan, and I've watched all sorts of videos on it and read the wiki fandom and all sorts of various things about it online. And there's always a neat little leg up you can get on all of the bosses. But I've never seen the thing done or posted about the thing I've known to do about the sorrow for like some 15 odd years. Because here's the thing, everyone tells you, you got to walk all the way to the end of this river. And depending on how many people you've killed, it's a really long walk. On this save, I think it's like maybe, it's close to like 300 people. So it'd be like super duper long. And please don't judge me on any of the cheat codes. I've seen the meme that there needs to be like a refresher course when you haven't played a video game in a long time. Well, when you're almost 40 and you have a full-time job, that's called cheat devices. You can do these things with an action replay or a code breaker. Now, here's the thing. You do not need that. Just to let you know, if you ever want to attempt this, you're not going to need any cheat devices. And Kojima gives you a way to do this, because if you don't know where it is, when you're in Groznygrad, and you can get the handkerchiefs, they are in the area close to where you hide Rykov's body. Before you get to those lockers, there are two tables that you can get underneath, and that's where the handkerchiefs are. And so everyone's going to tell you, you got to walk all the way to the end here and all that. Well, you don't have to. So, and kind of in a cruel thing, you have everything in your backpack that you would have beforehand. And everyone knows that none of these weapons work on the Sorrow. And I'd almost thought someone had figured this out, because I saw a video from outside of Xbox that was only a year old. And they were talking about the Sorrow, because it was in a video of like bosses you actually don't have to beat. So I thought, oh, maybe someone else finally figured this out, because I've never really seen it anywhere else or talked about anywhere else. But if you go and you take out the handkerchiefs, because if you wave them in front of yourself, eventually you'll knock yourself out. Then you take the revival pill. And there you go. So if you do not want to walk all the way to that river, and especially if you've killed a lot of soldiers, or even if you haven't killed a lot of soldiers, and you just want to get that quote-unquote boss fight over real quickly, just make sure you have those handkerchiefs before the cutscene with Volgan. So you just do that, and then you're set, and your boss fight with the Sorrow is extremely quick.